Hi, welcome back. Today I just want to do something for fun. Not that the other things we do here are not fun, it's just that I thought this would be a fun thing to try, so we're gonna do it. Now, what the hell am I talking about? And that's a very good question, internet person. I'm talking about the Quassus, of course, more specifically its unique heavy attack, which throws out daggers that have a guaranteed slash proc on them. It's quite a fun mechanic that was somewhat viable when the Quassus first came out, but nowadays we have a lot more, for the lack of a better word, stuff to make this playstyle actually good. Now, as far as the stats go, the Quassus are a pair of Warfans that do primarily slash damage with a 30% crit chance, 2x crit multi, and a 12% status chance. However, the status chance on the actual projectiles that you throw out with a heavy is only 2% per projectile, which isn't particularly good. And finally, getting the Quassus is pretty easy, as the blueprint comes as a reward from various different bounties you can do in the Cambion Rift. So let's see what we can do here, shall we? I think we can make this work really well nowadays. The main thing here is that every single one of the daggers that you throw out has a guaranteed slash proc on it, so the low status chance on them isn't actually that big of a deal. Stance doesn't matter, just make sure it's maxed out so you get all the extra capacity from it. Save yourself some forma. We're gonna run Sacrificial Pressure and Steel. We kind of want to max out crit chance on this, I think. But of course, gonna run Elementalist, Galvanized for now, and then Galvanized Reflex for the heavy attack efficiency, but mainly for the initial combo. Unfortunately, we cannot use Galvanized Steel, so we're gonna run Amalgam Organ Shatter, which is gonna provide us with a nice chunk of heavy attack wind-up speed as well. If we're gonna max out crit chance and crit in general, Gladiator Might is very good, because we get the crit damage and then the extra crit chance from the set bonus, because we're gonna be at 5x combo. We probably want Killing Blow as well. Let's move that, and we can't fit it in just yet. So let's put in a Forma, or a D right here. By the way, Killing Blow isn't all that efficient if you're not utilizing the wind-up speed. This is actually doing far more damage than I expected it to. The slash procs are quite nice from this. Let's try Gunner now that we're ramped up. Ooh, now that was a saucy slash take. Wowee. I guess Elementalist with all the extra crit is really juicing out the damage. The upfront damage is quite high as well. This might be dumb, but what if we run Blood Rush as well? If this pushes us into red crits, it's worth it. Alright, we're ramped up. Show me. Oh, that's a lot of red crits. That's a lot of red crits. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's worth. Oh my god. Yeah, that's worth it. Absolutely. Let's max this out and then figure out the last mod slot here. Hi. How are you doing? I want to try something. So we don't have a lot of options when it comes to the format, so let's just put a V right here. I wonder if Voltaic Strike and Elementalist is enough to reliably trigger, that's not it, melee influence. The reason this would be good is because, like, the clear on this isn't particularly fantastic. Yeah, it's not fabulous. The damage, single target damage, fabulous. Clear, not so fabulous. Let's put Harold away so he doesn't interfere with this. Yeah, that doesn't... That was an electricity proc right there. It's not very promising though. The status chance on the daggers is very low. It's only 2%. I'm gonna try it in a mission, but I don't think we'll keep this. The main issue I see with this is that we don't really proc enough electricity to where, even if we do proc this reliably, we are probably not proccing enough electricity to make it worthwhile. It's not the best, but it's quite fun. It's definitely one of the setups of all time. Also, Influence is not working at all, so that's out. The damage is surprisingly high. It's one-shotting pretty much everything so far. Alright, I'm curious about this, because the upfront damage is quite good, so let's see how we do against an Acolyte. That was a pretty good chunk. Okay, that's not half bad. Like, for a dot setup, because that's what this is. And here comes the shield. Bloody hell. Hell yeah, this is more than adequate for a damage over time setup. Okay, Voltaic Strike out, which doesn't really matter. We lose a bit of status, that's it. And Influence goes bye-bye as well. I guess the Arcane's gonna be a bit of a flex. I just put in Fortification for the extra armor, but you can kind of use whatever you want. Elementalist. I'm actually gonna switch Galvanized Elementalist into Melee Elementalist, because it gives you more status damage. Instead of the status chance, we get wind-up speed, so we don't have to run Killing Blow. Now, we could run Gladiator Vice for some attack speed and a better set bonus, but I think Corrupt Charge, there it is going to be better, because we're running Blood Rush and Gladiator Might, so we have two things that scale our crit based off of our combo counter. This would be a good option as well, I guess. Life Strike, some Life Steal. That works too. This is feeling mighty fine, however, we're running into a bit of an issue with our initial combo, because initial combo regenerates at a certain rate. Yeah, and if you heavy attack too fast, you might not actually heavy attack at your full initial combo. It's why melee crescendo is only good on very specific heavy attack builds. Like if you use it on a heavy attack build that heavy attacks back to back to back like all the time with no pause in between, crescendo is basically useless because you don't give your combo enough time to regenerate. Get some sprays. Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, that's really nice damage actually. The upfront damage is quite impressive as well. This worked out much better than expected. Like I knew it was gonna be better than before. Obviously, we have better mods. Much better mods. But this is actually like a usable setup. I thought it'd be just a bit of fun, maybe like a funky little hipster setup, but this is actually like a genuinely a good melee setup. It doesn't clear particularly well. It's better with the infested than with the other factions, but the single target's actually quite impressive. How have you been, Melise? Hello. Ooh. Yeah, look at that. That's like genuinely not bad. Like for a slash setup, that's good. So, here's the final heavy attack build for the Quassus. For our stance, we run Slicing Feathers, but it doesn't really matter which stance you use as long as it's maxed out, so you get all the bonus capacity from it. For the mods, we have Blood Rush for crit chance, Gladiator Might for crit damage and crit chance, Sacrificial Steel for crit chance, do you see the theme here? And then Sacrificial Pressure for damage. We follow that up with the Elementalist for status damage and heavy attack wind-up speed, Galvanized Reflex for heavy attack efficiency as well as a bunch of initial combo, Amalgam Organ Shatter for crit damage and more heavy attack wind-up speed, and we top it all off with Corrupt Charge for more initial combo. Now the arcane doesn't really matter, so you can run whatever you want or just leave it empty. I really didn't expect much from this, I just thought, hey, let's throw around some daggers, whoopee, but it ended up being a fairly solid setup. It's not gonna win any prizes, the single target damage is good but nothing extraordinary, and the clear is, well, okay-ish. It's just a funky little hipster setup that you can run if you so desire. So I'll leave this one up to you, but if you think it's cool, you should definitely give it a shot. Just don't expect too much from it, right? This is not going to rival some of the ridiculous influenced glyph setups or some of the new slam setups. Especially the slam setups, because my god, the new slam setups are just stupid. But anyway, that is pretty much it for the video, so I thank you very much for watching, as always guys, and I hope you have enjoyed it. Then I would also like to extend a special thank you to all the channel members. Thank you very much guys, I really appreciate your support, it means a lot to me. And if you have any suggestions for the series, no matter how silly they are, usually the sillier the better, leave them in the comment section down below. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.